Hello and welcome to the video. There is a guy drilling somewhere out there. I don't know where, but he may as well be. Yeah, if you hear drilling, I'm so sorry. Today I wanted to introduce myself. My name is Rosie. I am an artist / potter based in London, and I make ghosts for a living. That is what I'm best known for. I make small ceramic ghosts, which I love and has been kind of a really important part of my artistic journey and my artistic practice. So each year, very little Peach or Sha'an, who is a big influence on my work, so each year I make it a priority to do Peachtober. I did it last year, and then this year I wanted to make it a little bit more manageable. I decided to do my ghosts, but in the different prompts. So I did ghosts of all different sizes. I just went a bit wild with the ghosts, and it was really helpful because I think a lot of the time with my ghosts, I have 3 or 4 tried and tested ghost designs, which I love. And it was really fun kind of pushing the boundaries of the ghosts and the boundaries of what I can do just with this form. So yeah, I'm gonna show you what I did. I did most of the days in Peachtober. I did do quite a lot, and I really want to do a deep dive into each one, why I did them, and it's just gonna be a really chatty video. So strap in for that, get yourself a cup of tea or a coffee or anything really, whatever your drink of choice, and I will go through my Peachtober with you. So this is the Daisy prompt. This is actually one of my favorites. I really enjoyed this, but I knew kind of what I wanted to do quite early on with this one. This is definitely one of the more literal pieces. Daisy prompt is partially inspired by this artist. I'm terrible with names, so I will put the person up here. But I love the way that the patterns they do are 3-dimensional. And I really wanted to have a go at that and see. It was either this or a daisy chain, which I kind of regret. I wish I'd done a sort of these daisies, but all the way around in a daisy chain. But yeah, it was a very cute one, and it was a good start because I felt like I wasn't really sure what to do, and this was a really nice way of doing that. So Daisy, fun. The second one was Sparkle, and this is the little guy that I made for Sparkle. I wanted it to be like a night sky, but have this it's a big star at the top that he was sort of looking up at. So you can kind of see that. Very simple. I wanted it to be a children's books vibe kind of thing with very simple colouring. I was sort of playing it quite safe, I think, with the first 2. Paw was really fun. I really wanted it to be like a ghost pet. However, I didn't want to do a pet that was a ghost. I don't know why, I just felt like I don't want it to be sad. I'm aware that because I make ghosts, there's an implication of death, and I didn't really want that. So I wanted instead to do a little cat that was dressed up as a ghost. Made this one. You can kind of see how the sheet itself is raised as opposed to blending in with the rest of it, which was a big goal of mine. I wanted it to have that raised effect. And then on the underside, I've got my little stamp, but also with the little paw prints. Next we have Sky. This one was really interesting. I really wanted to experiment with building up layers of underglaze. This is more of an experiment, so I used Sharpie marker. You can get a metallic Sharpie, and it's a bit like wax, but a little bit easier to apply, where you can put it on and the glaze won't stick to it. So yeah, it was really cool, very fun. I really liked Sky. It's one of my favorites actually of the whole group. So yeah. This is Fawn. I wanted to again experiment with underglaze and layering up underglaze. I wanted it to look literally like a fawn. The second that I put the ears on, it was either a horse or a deer. So luckily that helped a lot. But again, I used the technique that I used with the sky prompt where I had metallic Sharpie. So yeah, I really enjoyed this one. I thought this was one of the cutest ones of the whole thing. I would definitely do more of them. I'm a big fan of forests and woodland creatures, so this was a really cute addition. Also, the sun is going down, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this all in one go. Okay, so next up we have sketch. So for this one, I really wanted to be quite fun with it. I didn't want it to be too serious. So I basically took one of my normal ghost designs and I essentially just, there we go, I just drew all over it. So you can see there he's got a little monocle and he's got sort of sketches on the back. This one also can hold a pencil, so that's one of my sort of key design features, was having this hole that could then lean a pencil against his head. So that is sketch. This is Bud. So this is Bud. What I wanted to do was like a sort of fairy-esque ghost. In a lot of depictions of fairies, you have them wearing hats or wearing like flower hats, flower crowns. So I made this sort of oversized bud that would then sit on top of its head. But this is a really fun one. I really enjoyed this one and it came out really cute. I did have a few issues. There's a bit of backwash that got onto there, but apart from that, all good. I was really proud of this one. So I feel like it's really dark now. I don't know if I'm gonna have to come back to film the rest of this. It's dark now. I might be able to get away with it. So this is River. It was actually inspired by a friend of mine who, we were talking about where our ceramics will go eventually and where we would like it to end up. And he was saying, oh, I would just love it if in 1,000 years time my ceramics was on the bottom of a riverbed. I kind of made this one inspired by that and put some like riverbed stuff on there of underglaze, and then I did like a bubbling effect over the top. You can kind of see a couple of them. Next we have Apricot. I wanted to go very literal with this one. It's orange with like this pinky hue on the high points, and it's kind of got this this bum head. He's so stupid, but he's so cute. This is Pixel. What I wanted to make was something, you know how you play video games and in certain older video games your character turns into pixels in front of you, and that's kind of what I wanted for this ghost. I wanted it to look like it was going off into a pixelated atmosphere. Next was Wheel. I did have Wheel. I made Wheel. Wheel decided to wheel away. I wasn't happy with it. That's what happened. Apologies. But I did do Cape. So the next one is Cape. So this one, because of the way that I make the ghosts, I was sort of like, well, they're kind of capey, fabric-y vibes anyway. But then I was like, no, I want to really make something very like childlike and very like innocent. And I was really inspired actually at the time by Coraline, the film. And so this cape is actually, Coraline wears like a jumper in the film, and this cape is essentially inspired by that jumper. And I really wanted to create this kind of knitted effect, or this fabric-y effect. And yeah, I love it. I love the way it came out, because often I put hats on my ghosts and it was really interesting to put another piece of clothing on my ghosts. Again, I used the like Sharpie wax resist technique to resist the underglaze, and that is how I created this kind of effect. And yeah, loved it. Hello, it is 9 AM the next day. It was way too dark last night to finish this video, so I am back and we will finish the Peachtober 2024 review. So this is Burrow. Burrow is the 14th prompt, and what I wanted to do here was a habitat for other ghosts. I really enjoyed playing with scale this year. Burrow, I just wanted to mess around basically and play around with the size of the ghosts, so this was a really fun thing to do. I made these tiny little ghosts. They are very, very small. They're very, very cute. Was this one, which is kind of like a tree. I made them so they have lots of bark. This fun little foliage hat. So that's the Burrow prompt. Number 15 was lamp, and I did this. It's like a little ghost with a lot of little holes in him. Apologies for anyone who's scared of lots of little holes. I know that's like a thing. But yeah, I wanted to make a ghost that was like, could have light shining through it. I'll insert a video with it doing that. It doesn't really work, so I think if I was to ever make a lamp version of my ghosts, I would do them much bigger, just because then I can get a proper lamp in there and it's actually more of an ambiance as opposed to something so small, which not so much. After lamp was owl. This is my owl prompt. Looked at a lot of reference photos of tawny owls and tried to sort of follow their pattern a little bit, especially around like the eyes. In the center, I've also put some orange. So when you look through the eyes, you see the orange, not like the white inside of the clay. I wanted it to look really atmospheric. So that was kind of the idea with this one. Rising bit here, and then it has like these two bits here, kind of like wings. That was the idea. Yeah, loved it. I have this guy, and he's just like a little oak tree ghost. I do this oak pattern quite a lot within my work, and I really wanted to include it in one of the ghosts. I just thought it'd be really nice, something that grows really slow and that is a part of the world for a long time. I thought, oak tree, cute. I wanted to see how quickly I could make a ghost, and this was the result of working incredibly quickly on a ghost. The details aren't great. The underside, again, isn't the best. The face is not good. The face is not good. Got like a little bum head like the apricot one, but yeah, he's super cute. He's just very scrappy because I did him really, really fast. Probably in like a quarter of the time I'd normally take to do my ghosts. Lots of DMs, lots of questions about whether I will be selling this one, which I might do eventually. This is crocodile. So this is the crocodile prompt, and you can kind of see under there. So essentially what I wanted to do with this one was it was either I'm going to make a ghost crocodile, or I'm going to make a ghost dressed as a crocodile. And I love the idea of a ghost dressed as a crocodile. And also it gives that kind of kid energy. I feel like this one, I don't know whether it's the positioning of the eyes, I don't know if you can see, but he just looks like a little baby ghost. It was really nice to do something a bit different, and doing the scales individually and stuff was really fun. I also had a book that I was taking sort of references out of for this prompt, and yeah, I just loved it. Crocodile. So that's crocodile. For rest, I did this little guy. He is just a resting ghost. I wanted to try out this new eye technique, which actually I really love. I think it's really, really cute. And I also wanted to try out this like bubble surface design technique as well, which I really loved. I didn't think it would work, but it's worked really beautifully. I'll also show you the inside, so you can kind of see where the bubbles end. You can see my little stamp there. Yeah, I just love it. I'm kind of obsessed. I've done a whole collection around this, and I will be launching them on my shop drop in, I think, early Feb. So hopefully by the time this video is up, they should be online. Next up is greenhouse. I really liked the idea of a ghost desperately trying to be a greenhouse. Underglazed pencil marks, which you can kind of see on there, kind of look childish. Somebody's drawn them on, which they did, it was me, like a child. I really like how you can see all the bits of foliage inside the greenhouse. This is Village. I really like the idea of playing with scale. I just love the idea that there could be tiny little families living in these little cabins on this big mountain of a ghost. I think it was so, yeah, I think he looks very cute. So I'm super happy with that one. That is Village. Another really popular one, and one of my favorites, is Party. So you can kind of see it's got a little party hat, and then it's got these little, I think they're called hundreds and thousands, or whether those are the beaded ones, I don't know. But those little sugary things you put on top of cakes. I'm not a big cake person, so I'm not sure. Next up is Radish. When Sha'an released the prompt list, I was like, Radish is the one. I knew exactly what I was going to do. I was going to be very literal. I was very literal. Marbled the clay and found like a whole new underglazed pencil. It was a whole thing. But the leaf section kept falling off. So I ended up firing them separately and then I'll glue them together afterwards. But I'm kind of obsessed with how it turned out. It was very, very cute. So this is Radish. I would love to do a series of like ghost vegetables. I think they're adorable. If I could work out a way to make this slightly more viable in terms of like putting the leaf on top and making it a little bit more suitable for shipping, I would do it because I'm obsessed. So next we have Stone, which I did not do. I'm sorry I didn't do it. Yeah, I didn't do it. So Backpack is another favorite of mine, simply because it's like the first ever moving piece. So this is Backpack. It's very simple. I wanted him to have like a little straw backpack, but I also wanted the backpack to be able to open. So this one, it actually opens at the back. You can put things in the back. I'll insert some photos of stuff in the back, but yeah, a really funny one. I really enjoyed this one. This one is grass. So fun fact about me, I absolutely love sheep, which sounds like a joke, it's not. I really love sheep, so I really wanted to incorporate some sheep. So with grass, I went with a little hill, a ghost as a little hill, and he's got little sheep that live on him, and they give him little haircuts. It's something I've wanted to do, make them a bit more abstract, and like the Village one, play with scale and treat them kind of like little mountains. I think during this time I was very inspired by cartoons like Hilda, and that plays a lot with scale. It's something that's always like interested me. So yeah, I love this one. That is Grass. The next one we've got is Pony. So this is Pony. It's a little cowboy ghost. If you know my work, you'll know that I do cowboy ghosts a lot. I do ones like this. The whole summer was very Pink Pony Club and very influenced by Chapel Roan. So I really wanted to do something that kind of paid homage to that. A crack in it, which is annoying, which you can kind of see next to the hat. But it has this like marbling. So if I could do it again, I would add more detail and maybe have a bit of iridescence on there, a bit of gold on there. But yeah, I love cowboys, I love all things kind of Western, so this is, yeah. This is actually the last one that I did. I didn't do Pearl and I didn't do Spider. I'm sorry. I got very busy with like markets and stuff, but this is the final one I did. This is Break. It is two ghosts together that I have kind of smushed together. Also, I like how sweet they look. I don't know if it's the way that their noses are upturned or what it is, but I think they look really cute. So that is all of my Peachtober this year. That is Peachtober 2024. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, you can like and comment down below which one was your favourite, because I always want to know. As I say, the rest prompt has prompted a whole collection on my website, so if you want one of these little guys, pop over to my website. I will be bringing out like new ghosts and different things, so stay tuned. And I also should have a January vlog over on my channel, so if you come to this new, which hopefully people have, just pop over to my channel and you can see my January vlog and you can get to know me a bit better. My name is Rosie. Welcome to my channel. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed being here, and yeah, have a lovely rest of the week. Bye.